Now to start our journey, I've leveled up my characters to level 4. Just going to show off their basic stats. I didn't go back and buy anything, but I did level up my characters. Before you start on the real quest, I should recommend that you get to level 3. Level 3 is considered a bulk level where you gain a lot more stats. So try and make it to level 3. Just walk back and forth until your characters are level 3, and then head to the inn, heal up, and get ready for your real journey. For the most part, I'm just going to use basic attacks to take out the goblins. They're not very strong enemies and usually go down in 1 or 2 hits. They're not worth wasting your mana on. Now as for party setup, there's a specific reason I am playing as a warrior for my main character. In the NES version, I'm not so sure if it's the same in the Game Boy Advance version, but in the NES version at least, your first character in the party received the most hits, with your last character receiving the fewest hits. So that's why my white mage, who has terrible defense, is at the bottom of my party, and why the characters with armor are the top of my party. Trust me, if I had a choice, I'd be running around as the white mage. But seeing as I don't really want to die, I'm playing it as the warrior character up front. And your sprite character's appearance will change depending on who's in the front row. Or front of the party, I should say. There are no real rows in this game. That was the Earthgift Shrine. I wanted to show it off because it has some pretty cool music, but there's nothing we can do there yet. Man, the goblins are really coming at me in swarms. Also, I'm probably not going to edit out any of the battles. I'm going to do my level grinding off-screen, but any battles that I encounter while I'm playing the game for the Let's Play, I'm not going to edit out. I know a lot of people do, but it almost makes it harder to follow the game. It'll make my Let's Play a lot longer, but I feel it will make it easier to follow. Me. King's Lapdogs, we just met the guy. Will knock you all down. Yeah, I think that was probably a funny translation. If not, really, that's the best you could come up with. Okay, now the time to show off some magic. I don't have any white mage spells that can damage him, so the white mage is just going to deal really low damage until somebody needs healing. Garland does not have any weaknesses, so feel free to use either fire or thunder. I'm going to alternate between the two of them just to show them off. They're both going to deal the exact same amount of damage, so doesn't matter. And he's done! That was really quick. And again, he is the first boss, so it's not surprising. Good morning, sweetheart! Really? I always find it funny, if you defeated Garland before you got any weapon upgrades, you technically would have beat him as a ragtag group wielding nothing but knives when he's supposed to be the strongest warrior in the kingdom. I always found that a little funny. Oh, I guess he just says the same thing. Now I want to talk to her. If you don't talk to her, she will come and find you. Well, she won't come and find you. When you try to walk out the door, she will kind of walk after you and say, hey, take this loot with you. Now, this loot is important, but it's not an item we're going to be using anytime soon. Actually, we aren't going to be using it until almost the end of the game, so it's interesting that they gave it to us right now. And some of these guys do have different dialogues, so I will talk to some of them again. Like Sarah's mother, who, if I can, there we go, get in here. Aw, you're so sweet. And once you leave the castle, a cutscene should play. Damn, what happened to this thing? No, seriously, what happened? Yeah, there's no way you could build a bridge that fast in real life, using medieval tools. It lets us get across the ocean, because apparently the Warriors of Light can't swim. It's not even really an ocean, it's just a river. And I'm in the wrong shop. Way to go, Bren. I want to pick up a few more spells. Blink is pretty much useless, so I'm not going to use it, but I want Protect for the White Mage. And I also want a few more spells for the Red Mage. Again, Sleep I don't really use, because I think it was bugged in the NES version of the game. So I never devised any strategies with it. I'm not sure if they unbugged it in this game or not. See, now she gives us some hints. They're vague, but they're some nice little kickstarters for your memory. Okay, now that we're all healed up, it's on to the next town. There's nothing left we can do here. And so, their quest began. As the 4 Warriors of Light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task Destiny had placed before them. They did not even know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. Crystals that once, long ago, held a light that shone so brilliantly. The time for their journey had come. the time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into light. Okay, just stay along the southern coast here and head to the right. There's a small castle we could visit up north, but visiting it now won't really do us any good. I will come back to it later though. New enemy is the Warg Wolf. He has a bit more HP than the regular wolves, so it may take him a few more strikes. Everything else is still pretty easy though. All of our characters also require the same amount of experience to level up, so as long as your characters haven't died, they're probably all going to level up at the same time. A lizard. These things can be a little bit more tricky, so I'm going to want to use some magic. See, he hits pretty hard. Their weakness is ice magic, but I don't have any of that, so I'm going to stick with electricity. 1 damage, that didn't do much. Oh, we have a bunch more tough enemies now. A Warg Wolf and a Goblin Guard. One thing I don't like about this game is if you're all targeting the same person, and the enemy you're targeting happens to die, it's kind of random who will get hit next. And I don't really like that. I'm going to heal up just a little bit because I'm getting pretty low on HP. I should heal up the Black Mage too, he's also getting really low. I don't know if I'll have enough time in my turn, though. Yeah, I guess I will. Ooh, ogres. Some more tough enemies. No real strategy yet in the game, though. Fire didn't do too much for my regular weapons, so I guess I'll stick with those for now. I'll probably only really use Red Mage for magic when I know the enemy's weakness. Otherwise his weapon will probably do the same amount of damage. Going to do some off-screen healing. Well, not off-screen, I guess menu healing. And here's our next town.